Well, hello, this is Rose RCG Creations. How are you doing? I'm bringing you today a steak and cheese egg roll wrap. Okay, so I went ahead and just got some, these are called vegan egg rolls. And never done it before, never ordered egg rolls. I mean, I've eaten egg rolls, but I've never actually made any myself. So I have no idea what I'm doing. Watched a couple of videos 4 or 5 times. Wrote down the recipe on my phone. And it seems like it's fairly easy. So these stay in the fridge until you get ready to use them. They're really thin. I got me a little pad of water, so that way, whoops, you can't see that. That way you moisten the end when you roll it up. That way. Here is my oven's ready. I got I'm baking these because I don't want them fried. I'm gonna bake them at 375 for about 20 minutes until the outside gets golden brown. Okay. Hubby went ahead and cooked the steak. And I'll write down exactly what kind of there's a certain type of meat this is called. I forget what it's called right now. I'll either do a pop-up box or I'll just put everything in the description box. Okay, so he said he chopped it up as much as he could. But because this is mostly just steak and cheese, we're not too much on the veggies. You can always add your red peppers, any other peppers or anything else to that. Or if you want to, you can add some cabbage in there, but we're not doing that because these are not like regular traditional egg rolls. These are beef and cheese. So the main item is the beef. Okay. Just cheese. He has this Parmesan Classic. For mine, I'm going to be using this fresh provolone. Okay. Provolone for his. No, Parmesan for his, provolone for mine. And then you just roll it up. Tuck one end over to the other, so nothing on the sides comes out. Tuck the other one over. Get a little bit of water with your finger and moisten the edge so it seals to the other one. At least everywhere I looked how to roll these up, it was like, okay, I think I can handle that. I've never made egg rolls of any kind. Okay, well that didn't look too pretty. But it's rolled up, so let me just add a little bit of moisture on here so all the filling doesn't come out when it's baking in the oven. Okay, that definitely did not turn out pretty, but it's rolled. Let me get another one. I'm just going to do a few of these and I'll do the rest. Then I'm going to pop them in the oven. And of course you season your meat how you want to season it. And then you can add some sauce. I ended up getting some of this dipping sauce, and I'll bring that picture of that on the next phase of the video when we do the taste test. It's a dipping sauce. And I have no idea how many of these it's going to make. Of course, it depends on all your filler, because if you add vegetables, onions, like on mine's going to have chopped up onions in it. I'm going to try it this way. I'm going to do it this one and this one. And then roll it up this way. That way I've got my little corners in here. Okay, there we go. I did it. I forgot to roll on that first one. I'm going to get my water. So it moistens it up. There we go. That one's a lot better. I'm going to put a little bit of water in that one so it sticks to that and nothing falls out. Okay, so just got to practice. I'm still getting over my allergy stuff that I got. Thank you to the Sahara Desert. Bringing all this over here to this Texas heat wave. Okay. I don't know what that is, so we're going to discard that. Let's do one more. So these are just pretty plain Jane egg rolls, but they're going to be kind of filling. It's making a light dinner. Typically, you would probably just eat this as a side dish to a main course, but we're doing this as a main course for us because we're still not that much on veggie eaters. Okay, so let me move this one over and this one over to here, and I'm going to overlap that. I think that's going to work better. And I'm going to wet this all down here and on this side. And all the videos that I was watching, I never saw anyone do all this wetting. So I don't know how it sticks together when it rolls. I just see them do the roll. Okay, then oh yeah, I see that. It's doing a lot better. You kind of squeeze it together with your fingers so it stays inside the little roll. And then there we go. And see, it's all done. Nothing's going to come out there on that side. So I want to make sure his are put together. And I sprayed mine with the butter cooking spray. Okay, so let's do mine. I'm going to be adding some onions to mine. I think that's a good size portion. They're not overly thick. They're still bite-sized pieces. So that should work out okay. I'm going to add onions to mine. I love me my onions. Okay, I'm going to get my provolone cheese for mine. Make sure it goes over the whole thing. Okay. Roll this part over, roll this part over, overlap it. And then roll this part. Oh, you use your fingers and you hold the food in. That's what's helping me. Now I get my moist finger to seal the wrap. And there we go. Oh, it got a little bit of a tear, but that's okay. Let me put it a little bit. I'm thinking if this is like pastry, when you moisten it, it'll tighten itself up together a little bit there. We'll see. I have no idea. But I'm thinking it might. Okay. So mine are going to be this way on that end. Let's do another one of mine. We'll see how much meat I can get and how many I can make. And I don't think I'd want to make them any thicker than that because it looks like the wrap is tearing. And I don't know if anybody knows, put in the comments if the type of wrap you're using makes a difference. I'm assuming yes or no. I don't know. And these are vegan. I just got them because that's all the store had. It's the only brand that they had, so that's the only reason I got it. Let me get my cheese. And I'm going to leave this whole. I'm going to leave this whole. Okay, so let's move this one over. Move this one over. Overlap that. Put that piece of onion back in there. And you moisten this egg roll. I'm getting better. So I guess this is another one of these. The more practice you get, the better you get. Because look at that. There's a little bit of a rip right here, but that's okay. Let's just use some of this dough and let's see if it stays in. I do know, I could tell you don't want to handle these too much. Okay. Let's do another one because we definitely have enough meat for more. We may end up getting 4 and 4. I think that's more than enough for dinner. But we'll see. Yep, I definitely don't want to fill these up too much more. Okay. And then let's get this. I'm wondering if I do it this way. No, I'm going to do it this way. Same way I was doing it a while ago. I'm going to just wrap them in here. Wrap them. And then hold the meat with my fingers as I'm rolling. Okay. And then moisten the edges. This one got another rip here. Okay. And moisten that just a little bit. I want to make sure nothing falls out as it's baking. You know what? If I were to fry these, I wonder how much of a mess they would make. Because they're kind of breaking. And nobody had any of those videos, and I did Google. Excuse me, sorry about that. Hands are yucky, so I can't touch my mouth. No one ever said what type of egg rolls. And unless you know what you're looking at, you don't know what to get. I might have enough for those. Okay, no onions for him. You know what? I'm gonna let him have some of this Parmesan. Let's see if he knows what the difference is. So let's roll this up. Roll this one up and pinch it. No, I'm gonna tear this cheese. It's a little too much on that end. Because I'm thinking you're supposed to have shredded cheese. And that may have something to do with why it's breaking. Again, if anybody knows and give me some tips, please do that. Because if these turn out good, I will definitely be making these again. Only this time I'll be making them more for an appetizer, not as a meal. Let's see if that works better. Oh yeah, it seems to definitely, it goes in a lot better. See when you're overlapping the two edges here, and then there. Get water on my tips here. Okay, yep. Definitely do pieces of cheese, not the whole cheese. So let's do his right there. And we do have enough meat for one more. And the thing did say that we can freeze these egg rolls, so I should be able to freeze what's left over. That didn't tear very well. Let me just tear this up, because if you get little long strands like this, go ahead and tear it up, because remember you're biting into it, and you don't want, oh, that's got a piece of fat on it. I don't like that. Because when you're biting into it, you don't want to fight with your food when you're biting into it. Go ahead and spend a little extra few minutes and separate your meat. Yeah, there's just enough for one more. We'll make this one full. And definitely no leftovers. That one's going to be full. And we'll do some provolone on this one. will put it in bite-sized pieces. And I'm wondering, should I do an egg wash on the outside and coat it? I don't think I'll have to, because we're just going to brown it. We're not worried too much about looks. If this was appetizers for a party, then I definitely would want to worry and do an egg wash. But this is my first time doing it. We're doing it mainly for flavor. See if it tastes good. Our next batch, though, will be for looks along with flavor. Okay, then roll this over, push the meat in. Let me get my water. Close this up. Yay! The last one turned out pretty darn pretty. Look at that. That was a full one. That one has no onions on it. We'll save it for hubby. So his will be here and my 3 will be there. But there they are. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 8 of these on this size. So that's not too bad. And I'm going to use the rest of my chopped onions to go into on top of my egg rolls. So I'll bring you back when they're done, and then we'll do the taste test. Okay, they are done. And here is the cooked ones. Those are for hubby. These are mine. And I ended up using, we're going to end up using, I haven't tasted it yet, this dipping sauce. Never tried it before, but let's take a finger test. That's pretty darn good. It's not like sweet and sour sauce, but pretty darn good. Let me raise my camera up so you can see me. Okay, so now we're going to do the, well, you still can't see me. Okay, now I'm going to squish that a little bit here. Okay, so now we're going to do the taste test. There's my little pieces of extra onion that I had. I'm going to do this first without the dipping sauce. Still kind of temperature hot. Now they did get nice and coated on the back. So I think next time what I'm going to do is for sure do an egg wash all over the whole thing. And then flip them halfway through the cooking time. Because it was like 20, I set it for 15, but it took an extra 5. So I'm definitely going to do these, I think this size anyway, for 20 minutes, excuse me, at 375. So let's just do the taste test. It definitely tastes like an egg roll. You can taste it's beef shaved meat is what I'm using. Beef shaved steak is what kind of meat I used. You can definitely see all the cheese is melted. On mine, it did have a little bit of explosion on the cheese. See that? That's hot. Now let me dip it in some sauce. I will definitely make this again. Only for my batch, I will definitely be adding some peppers. Green and red bell peppers. And I think I would like a little bit of cabbage in mine. So, if I do end up making that anytime really soon, I've already got a bunch of videos lined up, so it has to take its turn. I'll go ahead and add this link to that new video if I do end up making that anytime in the near future. But this is definitely a keeper. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. Don't forget to go in the description box for a full recipe on the directions and the ingredients. And some other little links so you may want to browse through that doesn't cost you anything. But it helps me grow my channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Take care now. Bye-bye.